Hey Lydia, what are you doing?
Pie.
You're making a pie? Actually, you're making pudding.
Okay. Pie.
No, I'm making a pie. You're making pudding.
Okay.
Hi, so me and Lydia are doing some baking. Johan and the kids are all gone out for the day down to the hut. They're going to a book sale and doing some fun things together. Me and Lydia have been together today. So I'm making a pie for dinner with some leftover meat. A really good way to use up leftover meat is to put some pastry down, put the meat on there, put a bit of gravy over top, put pastry on top. That's a really yummy way to eat up leftover meat. And Lydia is making a pudding called Apple Delight. So we just got this funny, Johan ordered this funny little apple peeler and corer and slicer. It does it all at once. So we're gonna use that and make an apple pudding because we've got lots of apples, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had a nice day?
Yes.
Yes. So the reason I haven't made a video in so long is because I've been doing a radio program every week, except for the last few weeks I had a break and I was doing 2 a week, which took a lot of preparation, and so I had to give up making any kind of vlogs. But one thing I have been thinking about this morning, I read a devotional to my children this morning, and it was just about, well, it was about bats. It's like a devotional that has a lot of neat lessons you can learn from, like science. I should show you because it's a really neat devotional. Yeah?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Miss. Pie.
So we're reading this one in the mornings at the moment. It is by Louis Giglio, however you say it, and I got just really neat devotionals from all different things that we often don't know much about. Kind of signed 100 indescribable devotions about God and science. So that's a really neat one, and it's got like pictures and colors. Somebody actually showed me this one at once, and then yeah, I ended up buying one. And there's another one we haven't started reading yet, but it's by the same man, and it's just more of those kind of neat devotions. Anyway, the one this morning was about how God can do anything.
Mom.
God can help us do the impossible. So to me it was a reminder, like often what, Lydia? No, we're not making pizza. You're making a pudding and Mummy's making a pie. Often we can limit what we can do or what God can do through us. And yet with God there is no limit. If He wants us to do something, He can help us even if it seems impossible. So there's nothing too hard for God. And at my radio program on Monday coming up, telling the story of when Sarah had Isaac, and you know just how impossible it was, and yet with God nothing is impossible. So very good. So God can help us do whatever He wants us to do, even when it seems impossible. And to me, I am busy, and yet there's lots of other things I want to do too, and it's easy to just think, oh well, I can't do them, I'm already too busy. But you know, God can help us to do things that may seem impossible to us. And I know sometimes we need to say no to things, but sometimes God can help us do more than what we think we possibly can.
Hi.
Yes, everything.
Pie. Yum. Mama. I'm baking. I'm making meat.
We're making a yummy meat pie.
Help. Help.
And another reason I haven't made videos in a long time is, as well as doing the radio, I've also made like a little online Christian bookshop, because we don't have any Christian bookshop in our area. So that's something I kind of had a desire to do for a while. And then when I would go op shopping and find lots of Christian books that were good, so I started collecting them, and in the end ended up making an online one. So that's something else I've been busy with, and it's something else that seemed impossible. I actually wanted to do it like down at the Little Haven, our building downtown, but that didn't seem like it was going to work out, so I didn't know how I possibly could, and I didn't really want to do it online either. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing. So that's been fun and exciting, and I love things with Bible verses on them, especially things that are pretty. So it's been really fun to collect things like that to put on there, and also do secondhand books on there too, because it's a good way to recycle Christian books. Do you like Lydia's hairstyle? She did it herself. She's given herself a few haircuts.
Okay. Okay, help.
Oh, I should get some cheese.
Hey,
I
help.
forgot the cheese.
Hey, help.
Lydia, where's the lady you drew? Can you show me? Where is it? No, over here. Can you show? Look at Lydia's lady, isn't it so cute? You like it, Lydia? I like it. A Bible verse that I read last night, and then I was thinking about it again this morning, and I was reading some commentaries and things that people had written about it, and that is the prayer of Jabez. And his prayer was, "Oh, that thou wouldest blessed me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, and that thou wouldest keep me from evil, that it may not grieve me." And God granted him that which he requested. And that's a really neat prayer, but I was especially looking up like the first part, "Oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast." And I don't know, I prayed that prayer before, but I just realized as I was reading it that it's actually a bit of a scary prayer to pray, because like for God to enlarge our coast, that means he changes us and works in us, because if he works in us, then we become a greater blessing to other people. So it's not just about God using what we do, it's him working in us and changing us. And you know, when he works in us, then he helps to do things that may seem impossible to us. So in enlarging our coast, he can enlarge how much we can handle, all the things that we can do. I looked up some like definitions of this verse, and one of them said the desire to expand one's influence, territory, or even personal boundaries. In essence, it's a prayer for God to grant greater opportunities, responsibilities, and impact in one's life. So we're kind of praying for God to help us to do more, or like to grow more in what we can do. Another one is a desire for growth, increased opportunities, and a greater impact in one's life and ministry. It's a reminder we should not be content with our current limitations, but should seek God for expansion and increased opportunities to glorify him. So it's just an encouragement to pray for God to help us grow and to change and to be more useful, and for God to use us more and to bless us, and to use us to be a blessing to other people. So God can help us do what may seem too hard for us, whatever that may be. For you, it may be something completely different. And to ask God to enlarge our coast can also mean in asking him to enlarge, to get us out of our comfort zone. Because we're in our own little comfort zone. To enlarge our coast means to step outside of that. So that's why it's a little bit of a scary prayer to pray.